The International AIDS Conference brings together activists, politicians, world leaders, scientists, music legends and royalty. There's nothing else quite like it. Holding the conference in Durban is particularly relevant because South Africa is the epicentre of the epidemic. The front line in the fight against AIDS is an hour from the conference venue. Eshowe has the highest rate of HIV in the country. 56% of women in their 30s have the virus. Doctors Without Borders runs these meetings to make sure patients are taking their antiretroviral drugs.
It's good because here I can talk openly about what's stressing me. It's a great support.
South Africa has the biggest antiretroviral program in the world, but it's still not good enough.
We're not really on the road to meeting the targets of ending AIDS, and that's really for two main reasons. One is we're only halfway there with treatment, and the donor funds are declining.
Globally, there are more than 2 million new HIV infections a year. That number's falling overall, but the number of cases are spiking in Russia, Central Asia and Africa. Scientists revealed new hope this week with promising results from a vaccine trial. But it also emerged most donor countries have cut AIDS funding. Some believe the shrinking pool of money should be targeted at prevention.
The HIV vaccine we're testing is very potent in those individuals, and we're hoping then when we expand it into over 5,000 men and women here in South Africa, we'll be able to assess exactly how effective it is in preventing HIV infection. And that's a major milestone.
Reduced funding isn't the only threat. India is being pressured by the US and multinational drug companies to cut back its affordable generic drug industry, which poor countries rely on.
This would be devastating for access to medicines. It would drive prices up dramatically.
The UN says a further $7 billion is needed to finish the job. Activists point out it's nothing compared to the hundreds of billions some countries spend on their armed forces.
World leaders have committed to eradicating AIDS by 2030. It's a lofty dream given the challenges. Scientific advancements and HIV rising awareness levels mean an AIDS-free generation is within reach. The big question is whether decision makers here are willing to come up with the money to go the distance. Tania, Al Jazeera, Durban, South Africa.